Hey, I'm Birdman.
Hey, I'm Michael.
It's time to get on target at
The Hub Phoenix. Boom. Still like doing that. Boom.
Boom.
Hub Phoenix.
We should have a little
right?
Yeah.
Like a little explosion.
nuclear
like
explosion.
Nuclear
mushroom,
explosion.
yeah.
Like, welcome. Yes. Radiation. We've been talking about the battle of, not really the battle, I like to call it the battle, like, the battle of the bands, but the battle of the 1911s. So we're looking at all the top 1911s that the Hub sells. This week we are looking at Ed Brown. Ed Brown has been in the game for a very long time, just known for quality, high-end 1911s. What I like is in the last few years, we lost Rob for a second. He is adjusting filmage. So what I like is in the last few years, Ed Brown has really stepped their game up. Before, like I said, they were kind of just known for some older, really high-end pistols. Really appealed to your kind of, in my opinion, your older clientele. Which, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of 1911 shooters are older gentlemen. However, the way that they redesigned their pistol lineup really brought a lot of new shooters into their brand. And what I mean by that is I've sold a lot of these guns to women. They love the fact that, so they do some pretty cool serrations and slide cuts, and one of their serrations is actually an American flag. So you can see it right here on that side. Yeah, you just spun to it, but right at the back, it's the American flag. Little things like that really pull in new shooters.
That's really cool.
It is.
Yeah,
it
no,
is.
And it's a good little, like, normally people drop the flag on, and then I like things off canter,
Yeah.
not the full image.
Yeah, the way they did it really ties it in well, but yet still hides it. It's not just, there's the American flag on it. The way that they did the front serrations and the cuts, and then, yes, it's got a beveled barrel. It really just pulls the gun in together. And it's no longer just a 1911. It's really a piece of art, and it really looks like it's from today to me. This gun matches, what year are we in? 2020?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Actually,
2021. I know. But like,
I didn't want anybody to think they were watching an old video.
right.
We went
no,
back
no,
in
I know
time.
it's 2021.
We kind of missed that year,
you
but
know,
anyways.
I was rounding down, okay? If you're half, you go up.
13 parsecs.
You know what I mean? Like, come on now. But then on top of that, as I said, they're checkering their the way that they do their cuts. It's just gorgeous. I mean, the checkering is super small and tight, and really, really well done. And that's all stuff that, to be honest, I don't know if they're still doing by hand, but used to always be done by hand. And I could still see them being doing by hand. So super, super gorgeous. The other thing that I like is, as I said, they've really updated them. They're giving you the U-notched rear sight with the HD front from Trijicon. My favorite, hands down, sight setup, period.
Yeah.
It works. It's easy. How do I know when I shoot? Well, when that front circle is in the U back, I'm on. It's just easy, quick. Majority of the customers I set up with that style of sight love it. I know a long time ago, Rob, we were playing with I actually own the gun now, an M&P 9 Compact, and he was like, what sights to get? I showed him these. Same thing, he loved it, just immediately grabbed it. So super cool gun, absolutely gorgeous. And then this is the FX1 SS, so stainless steel. They actually make the FX2 stainless steel. The difference is you actually have a red dot. So the FX2, they've incorporated the new RMR-C red dot into, and and then they've also bobbed it. So V-bobbing is actually where you chop the rear end of the 1911 off, so it actually has a cut on it, a slant cut that actually allows you to easily grab the gun. So a lot better grip with the pistol with that V-bob cut. So the FX2 has the V-bob cut. It's got a red dot on it, and then they come in Commander also. So this one's the full size, I believe. No, this is the Commander, and then the FX2 is just got the red dot and the bob.
I gotta say, you know, as we go through this series of your, you know, we're showing all these 1911s. If you were at the beginning of it, I'm going to tell you right now, if you at the beginning you're like, oh yeah, and it's never going to be worth $4,000, $5,000 for me, by the time we get to the end of this, like, you're going to find one that you're going to be like, oh yeah, that one's worth, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, all of these, they're works of art. I mean, and sure, you look at any gun and you can say, yeah, that's a work of art. It's super cool. Great. Yeah. But when you really, really start looking at these pistols and you start looking at, okay, well, what barrel do they have? They all have match grade barrels. Okay, they all have been cut at the end to bevel them so that you not only get more accuracy, but it really finishes the pistol off. They all have slide cuts and serrations and then checkering, you know, on the grips to match. So it's like, and then it's all customizable. So you could say, hey, Michael, you know what? I want the FX1, but I don't want these front cuts. You know, or I want the FX2, but don't have them send it with a red dot. You know, so we really have choice in the guns and the way that they look. And to me, that's like next level. You know, you go to the Ford dealer and they're like, well, we've got a limited, we've got a Lariat, we've got a Platinum, we've got a King Ranch. Which one do you want? You know what I mean? And you pick it. So it's like, you don't really have, I mean, yeah, you can pick some certain options and stuff like that. But basically, if you pull up to a limited next to you and you have a limited, you're the same truck. Well, with these guys, you may have an FX1 SS, but the person next to you chose different options. So it's not the same gun. They totally look different. You know, and that's what I like about Nighthawk, Cabot, Ed Brown is, what do you want? What gun do you want? What finish do you want it in? What cuts do you want? What trigger? What optic? What sights? What hammer? What beaver tail? It's all customizable. So like Rob said, I 100% agree. By the end of this, even if you don't see a gun that you want, you're going to be going onto their website seeing a gun that you want. They just, all of them make too many pistols that I want. You know, and everyone wants, and all my guys want. So, and gals. So, make sure you check out Ed Brown. Again, one of the top brands. And like I said, really has come a long way in the last few years. You know, 3 or 4 years ago, going to SHOT and going over their booth was just the standard 1911, you know, 80 series style look, you know, cool. Oh yeah, it's really nice, great trigger. Great, you know, and then they hit me up a few years back and they were like, hey, we've redesigned some things. We've come out with some new guns. You really need to check out our MMPs. They do some MMP upgrades. They do some Glock upgrade, you know, so it's like Wilson Combat, they've really expanded the platform. Not only do they do 1911s now, but they make some really high-end pistols. I mean, $2,500 MMP, you know what I mean? Most people are like, what? We sell them very easily, because when you look at it, you look at the barrel, the trigger, the slide work, the stippling that they do, it's just unreal. So make sure you check out Ed Brown. Also, for the money, I think one of the more budget packed guns. So we've been looking at a lot of guns that are in the $4,000 to $5,000 area. This one's in the 4 under, and you're getting a lot of machine work on this gun.
There you go.
You know, so anyway, check out Ed Brown. This one's in 9mm, can be ordered in 40, 45, etc. Different sites, whatever. So I'm Michael.
I'm Birdman.
We'll see you next time.